Hey everyone, this is Travis Likens from the UVD Weekly Wrap-Up, and we're here today in DesignerCon 2016 checking out the Horrible Adorables booth. How's the show going for you guys so far?
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's always a great show here at DCon.
Yeah, so you had a signing yesterday at Kidrobot. That's big and exciting news.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, in fact, I think it was our first big signing we've done like
Ever.
that.
Yeah.
So that was really exciting for us.
Yeah, and for those that don't know, they had a release with Kidrobot where they released vinyl versions of their characters, which are generally made with felt, correct? Mm-hmm. And then they turned that into vinyl. So that was a pretty cool experience, I'm sure, for you guys. And it's really cool to see something a little different than we normally see.
Yeah, transforming them from the felt to the vinyl, we weren't quite sure if it was going to translate well or not, but the sculpt came out amazing, and the texture on it, it's just so good. We're real happy with it. And
one of my favorite aspects of it actually is like the way the color is done, because it really does capture the way your guys' handmade felt stuff works. So was there a lot of thought put into that from your guys' aspect, or was that something Kidrobot was pushing, or was you guys work it all out in the end type thing?
Yeah, I mean, when we first started talking to it, like we were thinking, is it going to be flat? Is it just going to be printed on there? But it was actually Frank was the one that was really gunning for. We want all of this to be sculpted out. We want it to look as close as it possibly can be to the actual sculpts.
And when we got into the details, it was like Jordan saying, no, that scale needs to be this color, that one has to be that color.
Yeah, sometimes, some of them weren't turned quite the way that we would place them around like the eyes and stuff, so we went back and would be like adjust them a little bit. So yeah.
Because what we do with the felt is we start with colors and we blend them, and so it was a challenge, but it was a lot of fun to do that with the vinyl as well.
Definitely.
Yeah, and for this con, you brought a plethora, would be a good term, of a lot of your originals and great examples of what you guys do. Do you mind telling us a little bit about how you guys exactly do that? Like, do you just do you create like an underbody thing and then glue on top of it, or is it sewn, or how?
Yeah, no, you actually got it right on the nose. So we, all of them start off as original sculpts, and then once we find a shape that we really like, we'll actually then do a two-part foam mold.
Yeah,
Chris handles that part.
So we'll make a mold, similar to like how the resins are done and everything like that, but instead of casting resin, we're casting a rigid foam.
Okay.
So it's expandable, so there's some challenges with that. This foam is just going all over the place, but we've got the process down pretty good at this point. So we'll have, certain shapes that we kind of mix and match at this point.
Yeah.
And then once we have those, we'll carve them into the pieces and assemble them. And then we start picking colors for our palette, and it's just placing one little piece of felt at a time on there.
I'm sure that is a painstaking effort from both of you.
It is.
But it turns into amazing products.
Thank you.
So.
Yeah, we spend a lot of time in the studio watching Netflix,
listening to podcasts.
Yeah, I always find the artist couples like the most interesting thing when they work together specifically to create one type product. Mm-hmm. I think it's always interesting to see how you guys work together and the pieces that each of you do. So I think that's always cool, and that's why we asked that question. So.
Yeah, we have very different color aesthetic too. So sometimes Chris will be working on something, and I'm like not my colors. Like, I don't know where you're going with that, but he does the same thing. Vice versa. But I mean, the thing is, we have a really wide audience, and there's something for everybody.
It helps to appeal to more people.
I think so too.
Yeah. So as far as projects are concerned, are there any on the near horizon that you wouldn't mind sharing a little bit about?
Sure.
Or?
Well, we're actually going to be doing the custom Luna show at Roto Fuji with the bots, which we're very excited about. Next month we have the Urban Craft Uprising in Seattle. We'll be out there.
Yeah, you guys travel a lot too, I've noticed, right?
Yeah,
especially this year. I think we've hit almost every major city in the country this year. So
it's always cool that your art can take you places. Right?
Yeah. I mean, we love traveling, so it's a nice excuse.
Definitely.
So as for the fans out there, if they're not following you, where could they find you at?
Well, we're on Instagram at horrible_adorables, and also our website, www.horribleadorables.com, and it has links to everything else from there. So.
Okay, awesome. So any parting words or any inspiration to the fans or anything you want them to know that we haven't talked about? No?
Just keep working. I mean, it's definitely a journey. We definitely started off very different than where we are right now, and you just have to keep working to refine your style and improve it. And yeah, it's definitely a journey and an evolution. So just, you have to keep at it.
Okay. Well, this is Travis Likens from the Urban Vinyl Daily Weekly Wrap-Up. We're here at Horrible Adorables at DesignerCon 2016. Everybody out there on YouTube, have a great designer toy day.
Hi.
Hey everyone, this is Travis Likens from Token Nerd Podcast, and I'm here today to tell you something about sponsorship. That's right, Token Nerd now has a sponsor. The fine folks at TenaciousToys.com, your source for designer toys, pop vinyl, original art, and more, are now our sponsor. And guess what? As a part of that, you can get 10% off your next order at TenaciousToys.com by entering the code TOKEN10 at checkout. That's right, 10% off. And not only are they giving you this code, they're also going to be sponsoring many of our Token Nerd giveaways in the next coming months. So make sure to follow us at Token_Nerd on Instagram to catch our latest giveaway.